Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do some short videos for your painting book, and this one today, you'll see up in the corner, is MPB4, and today we're going to look at how to paint shadows in paintings. But first of all, I think we should have a look at what colour to use for painting shadows. So I've got one or two little sketches here with the colours that you might want to take a note of and have a go at mixing them up yourselves. So I've got about 3 options that I use depending on where the shadow is and the colour that it's going over. So the most popular one that I use is this one here, which is a mixture of, just going to zoom in a bit, a mixture of cobalt blue and light red. Now if you've been watching the channel, you'll see that I use that a lot on snow scenes. I'm just going to get some of the snow scenes you've seen that you've been doing. This one is very popular, and you'll see the nice light grey colour coming down there. This one as well, was not too long ago, and there's that grey colour for the shadows. It's a warm bluey grey, quite like that. It's super for snow scenes. Moving across, so zoom in on these other two now. We'll go with this one first. That's just a colour, that's not mixed up with any other colours, it's the colour in the palette, Payne's Grey. To be fair, or to be honest really, I'm not a lover of just using grey. Very, very seldom do I use that one. This one here, I sometimes use that if I'm painting a shadow over grassy areas or paths or roads, etc. And that's a mixture of, as you see, it's a blue and red again, but slightly different from this. It's ultramarine blue and a colour called alizarin crimson. And I mix that up and it gives you can see it's more of a purpley blue than this, which is a bluish grey. That's a purpley blue grey. So you might want to just have a little go at this, putting this on your page. And try mixing the colours up. Start with the blue and just drop some red into it. Again with this one, start with your blue and add some crimson until you get this kind of colour. So for other seasons of the year, spring, summer time, etc., we need to find out which colour you prefer for the shadows. Now here's a scene, I'll just take that a bit, and you'll see that there's shadows coming across this field area here, across the road and over into the other part of the field. And I think that was, I'm sure it was this colour here. I'll just let you see another one, a slightly bigger one. And again you can see I've got this colour coming through the grass, big trees here, shadow, and onto the road. So at the bottom of your page, let's draw a little path going through the fields, and we'll see what we'll use that to try out the colour, see what you prefer. So quickly going to draw a line down here, and this will be this path coming through. And over the field. So what I want you to do is just paint this area green, this green, That's a light grey colour, and then we can try the bluish grey colour. This one or this one, well, that one if you prefer. You can try them. So I'm just going to show you what to do. I'm going to mix up a green, cadmium yellow. Swing around if you want to see this. You've seen this before, plenty of this, but I'll just let you see it. Cadmium yellow and some Windsor blue, phthalo blue if you like. And I'm just going to fill this in. Now that's a classic example of too much of that blue. Remember I told you in the previous one, too strong, so get more yellow in there. That's a better colour. I'm just going to bring this round. Just quickly filling this in so you can try this out and see which colour you prefer for the shadows. So that's the field done on that side. Just going to take it up here, and that'll do. Now I'm just going to mix up a sort of greyish brown colour. So get a bit of brown, a bit of burnt umber, a bit of blue. Let's see. Something like that would do. Right. I just want to fill it in. And that should do you. So we'll just let that dry, and then we can come back and try the colours for the shadows, see what you prefer. Right, just while that grass and path are drying, I just want to show you something else about shadows that you should be aware of. And it all depends on how and where the sun is in the sky. For example, I'm just going to draw a line along here just now. So let's assume the sun, I'm just going to paint a big orange sun. Let's assume the sun was up here in the sky, and there was, let's say later on in the day, the sun was down here. Especially at this time of the year. I was out for a walk with my wife yesterday, and I mentioned this to her, and she wasn't aware of this. What I'm trying to say is that if you are, see, we've got a figure here. Let's just quickly paint one in. Right, I'll have a go. We might do some figure painting later, so don't worry about if you don't get this right at the minute. Right, let's say you had a figure walking along here. Right. Now, there's your figure. So, if the sun was directly above you, you would have a very short shadow. Right, I think I'm going to have to do two figures here for you just to try and explain this a bit better. I'll put another figure here. This person's walking this way this time. Right, so if you had the sun high up in the sky, you would have very short shadow. And I'll just paint one in just now. The shadow here from this person would probably be something about that sort of size. Now, if the sun was down here and this person, the shadow would be really long. This would go way back here. And as I said, I was out yesterday with my wife and there were super long shadows, and I pointed that out to her. So it's just something to remember when you're painting shadows. If it's high in the sky, you'll get short. If it's low, you get long shadows. So that's something you could possibly just put behind your page that you have here, this page that you're going to finish, page MPB4. You could just add this, because that's quite important, that. Right, let's get back to the greens, the path and the fields. Now, before we start, just some reality here. A shadow is basically a darker colour of the surface area. If you took a picture and it was a nice sunny day and you took this picture here, the picture would actually show you that this bit of here was dark green, and going across here it would be a darker brown, and then it would be a darker green again. Now that's a photograph. A watercolour painting is different from a photograph. So I've tried this in the past, as I say, it's just trial and error as you go along, you learn things. And I've tried putting, in fact, could maybe show you this, see what you think, you could have a go at this. I've tried painting dark green, changing the brush colour, going for a darker brown and then back to a dark green. And quite honestly, I just don't like it. It just doesn't fit right for me. But that's just my take on the matter, and I prefer to just go with the darker purpley blue colour that I've mixed up across here and up there. But let's try it and see what you think. So I'm going to let's get some dark green and some brown, and then I'll show you what I mean. We can then try this. Right, so I'm going to quickly mix up your favourite colour, dark green, bit of phthalo blue and a bit of brown, and there we go, and we've got a dark green, so that's that fine. And then I'm going to quickly use a bit of brown for the road. Right, so let's see what this looks like and you tell me what you think. Right, so dark green, we'll assume we've got two trees here, one sticking up here and another one here, so we're going to have a shadow going across the road. So I'm just going to get this dark green colour that we mixed up to get a bit more. Right, here we go. So here's the dark green, and you tell me what you think. So I'm going to paint that over there. It's coming down and it'll go over here again. Now, just another thing as we go along. What you'll find is that shadows, as they get further away from the actual subject matter, the tree, the fence or whatever, they get lighter in colour. Now I'm going to quickly just put a brown in here. And there we are. Okay, so we'll try one shadow with the using the blue, ultramarine blue, and a bit of that alizarin crimson. There we are. So it's a purpley bluish colour. Just a little bit more white. That should do. We'll try that. So I'm going to swing round. And we'll put it just above it and see what you think. So here we go. Tree coming down here. And the beauty of this is you don't have to change brushes. And up and over into the other part of the field. And there we are. So just let these dry and you can decide which one you prefer. Well, the shadows have dried now. Here they are, 1 and 2. And it's entirely up to yourself. I prefer this one. The beauty is, once you've mixed up a big wash, you just carry on. You don't have to change colours, change brushes. And as I say, there's a finished article and you see the colour across. So, there you go, another page for your painting book. Remember, it's MPB4. And I'm just away to get ready to do another one.